Hello and welcome back to Song Surveys on Sofas with Superheroes, the sub-series. So last week we did a new song, so this week we're going to do an old song. So yeah, this is actually the only song I know by this band, and I just love it. I fell in love with it and just never took the time to check the rest of the songs by this band out. But if you're going to check any song out by this band, definitely check this one out. So the song is 1876, The Brooklyn Theater Fire by Wakey. And yeah, let's get into it. So the song starts with this like kind of staticky sound, and like there's like one note of music and it kind of changes a little bit, and then the percussion builds as this note continues to kind of like change. And then the bass line comes in, that's carried through the first verse. And I love, and then so the static sound fades, right? So you start with this like weird kind of like staticky sound, and then, that like fades out and the lyrics come in. And when the lyrics come in, the percussion, is actually kind of cool. It's like very like heartbeat-esque, like it's so subtle, and the music is very quiet in terms of when compared to the lyrics. So I really like that. I like that the first verse has just this kind of quiet, very simple music, especially because when you think about in terms of telling the story of this fire, right? It's like you start out with this simple, like almost like they're waking up, and even like the lyrics, right? There's a 4-alarm fire like I've never seen. And then he even says something about like, I don't want to fight right now. Like, especially once we get the alarm set, there's just too much going on these days. So I really like that. Yeah, it's like the music is telling a story in and of itself, right? So you get this like sound, right, of maybe like them starting to kind of like realize what's going on. And then the first verse is that subtle, quiet music. Even though there's this like 4-alarm fire, right, you're still kind of trying to see like, wait a minute, is this really happening? Anyway, I also love in the song how the line in particular, there's a 4-alarm fire like I've never seen, is saying like anytime I hear the words like I've never seen, I'm like, you just like hear it saying in your head and you're like I've never seen. So I don't know, I just like love that. I like how it's saying. I think it's good. And again, especially this is like super important because the music is so subtle. The way that the singer sings these lyrics does definitely make an impact in this song. So I like that line a lot. And yeah, so I also kind of like that line too, especially, so this song is clearly about, two people who are in a tough situation relationship wise. And so even though I do think this 4-alarm fire is specifically about the song title, this Brooklyn Theater Fire, I do kind of like that line could have this other meaning, right? Like there's this 4-alarm fire like I've never seen, right? It's 4:00 in the morning, we're fighting, it's crazy, but you know what? We got to stop this because there's too much going on right now. So even though I do think that lyric was specifically for that Brooklyn fire, I do like that it could have this like other meaning, right? Like the two of these people are like kind of creating their own 4-alarm fire within themselves. So yeah, so I like that first verse. Then the music comes like really full, and it's just this like music transition, and I love the piano. And then once that music changes, it remains full for that second verse. And I really love the lines. So there's pretty much the entire second verse. But the lines are, and it looks so good, like you've never seen, but you can see through it like a fake tan baby. You can see right through it like you saw through me. And so I really love, first of all, it looks so good, right? They are clearly talking about like something visual, and I like that they didn't use the word see, because so you get seen, see, and saw. And so I really like the repetition. I think it's really effective, right? Like seeing through things. And then I also love that it's saw through me instead of like you're seeing through me, or like you could see through me. I like that it's like, listen, you saw through it, and now you've already seen through me. So I do like that's past tense. And again, I just really like the repetition of the word, and sometimes in songs it doesn't work for me when artist is like trying to use the word too much in too many ways. And even at the beginning of the song, right, he uses the word alarm twice in 2 lines, and I don't really love that. But the word see and the fact that the tense changes definitely works in this particular part of this song. So I do actually really like that. So then the music drops for the pre-chorus, and the pre-chorus is pretty much a repetition of the last line of the first verse. There's a slight difference, like a little word or two is changed, and then it's repeated, or part of the line is repeated. And then the music like stops, right? And like the note is held, and they sing the first line of the chorus, and then the music comes back in full again. And when the chorus starts to get sang, there's another voice in there. So it's the same, they're singing at the same time, and it's the same words that they're singing, but it is definitely another voice added, which is awesome because I like that. It definitely makes it feel a little bit different. Yeah, and so the music lasts and is full for the rest of the chorus. And I love, the chorus is super simple. It's only 2 lines. The first line is repeated, and then the last line is obviously a different line. I don't want to let you down. That's repeated. And then just when the fire could take this town. So it's like sweet, right? Like this is a fire. It's a huge 4-alarm fire. And, it's 1876. So it's probably not going to be called quickly. There's probably going to be a lot of stuff that needs to happen. People are going to be like pouring buckets of water on this thing. So anyway, I love that this person the singer is still thinking about this person, despite the fact that there's this crazy, chaotic scene going on. And yeah, it's like, even though this fire is going to take this town and it's going to be totally destroyed, I don't want to let you down. Like, I still am thinking about you, and this will end, and this will, be done and burned out, but I still can't let you down in this moment. So I like that. I think it's a really sweet chorus, and it's funny because it's so quick, and it's 2 lines, right? I mean, there's 3 lines because the 2 are repeated, but really it's just like this simple 2-line, like, look, I still don't want to let you down. Like, even though this fire is crazy and it's gonna like totally destroy everything, you're the one I'm thinking about right now. So I don't know, I just like that. I think it's sweet, and so I like that. Okay, so then this instrumental part comes in, and I love this part of the song. The piano and strings just work so well together, and it just allows you to kind of put this story together in your head and kind of tell it in your own space. You're thinking about, this apartment in the 1870s, and these 2 people who are kind of like not getting along that well. Like, I don't know, it's very moving, the music at this point in the song, and I really like it. Then the music drops and kind of goes back to that same feel as the first verse. So I guess you could call this the bridge, but I'm actually going to call it the 3rd verse because again, the music is similar. The strings are definitely there, which is different from the first verse, the music behind the first verse. But again, it's like that subtle, you can really not hear the music as much as you can hear the lyrics. So yeah, again, I like this verse. It kind of brings the song back to just the 2 of them. And it talks about being in bed and maybe having too much to drink. And I love the line, but it's all worth it. That's what I think. And I think it's great because it's like it's almost like you can hear someone saying that, right? Well, that's what I think. I think that's what I think. So I just love it. It's like he's trying to convince this person that it's worth it. Like, look, yeah, man, this is terrible, but it's worth it. That's what I think. I don't know. It just, again, it's like that quick, just kind of subtle, like, I'm still in this, and it is worth it. This is all so crazy, but that's what I think. I think it's worth it. So I like that. I like that line, and I like that it ended with "that's what I think." So yeah, after that, the music changes for the pre-chorus, similar to the other pre-chorus, which again is just those lines repeated, and then it changes again when it goes. There's that pause again for the first line of the chorus, and then goes into the chorus. Pretty much after the chorus is sang, the music kind of fades, And you hear that staticky sound that was in the beginning again, and like I just love like the last like kind of 3 notes like at the end. They're just like that super like quick staccato, and then it kind of just it's so good. Yeah, so that's pretty much the song. And what I love about it is I love that between the first verse and the second verse there was no chorus, especially because this chorus in particular is so short. And they didn't really change the music between the pre-chorus and the chorus the 2 times that they sang it. Well, yeah, the 2 times that they sang it. So it would have been very similar, I think, and it would have sounded really similar. And I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if there was too many choruses. So I do kind of love that they only sang it twice. They sang it the first time after the second verse, and then the music comes in, which I love, followed by the third verse, which has that subtle music, the pre-chorus, and then the chorus, and then pretty much like that's it. The song is done. So I think that was a really good choice. As much as I usually love hearing songs that I love for longer than just the 2 to 3 minutes, I think that they not repeating the chorus over and over and over again to just prolong the song was definitely an awesome choice on their part. And then the instrumental part is just so good. So definitely check this song out if you haven't. It's really just a good song, and the instrument part is so good. It really kind of gives you space to think, and I love when songs do that. And it's not even that long. The instrumental part is like not that long, but it makes it really a great song. So yeah, let me know what you think, comment, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.